Hey, this is John Carlos, and I'm here with a look at the Marvel Select Falcon figure from Diamond Select from Captain America, the Winter Soldier. Alright, really quick articulation. He's got the moving head, he's got the ball-jointed shoulders, a single hinge elbow, he's got the swiveling and hinged wrist. He's got kind of loose legs here, but they do have a decent range of motion. They swing out and swing forward. Double knee joint, and the hinged ankle joint, which is kind of stiff. Also, he's got a little swivel at the waist, but he can't swivel that much because this back piece kind of stops him from going very far. There is no mid-torso cut. Now I'll just attach the wings. You can see there's a little slot right there for them. I don't know how far in they're supposed to go, but I feel like that should go a little further, but oh well. That's about as far in as those are going. I have a few issues with this figure. First of all, his hands are sculpted in grip hands, but there's nothing for him to actually grip onto. It'd be cool if they actually had the little sections on the wings where his hands actually connect, so there'd be something for his hands to actually grip. They also don't include any guns. You know, in the movie he had these sort of extra pieces on his gloves that extended out, these little retractable guns. It'd be cool if they included that. Or even just had guns you can put in his hands, but as it stands they gave him grip hands with nothing, no accessory for him to grip onto. Also, his gloves in the movie are more detailed than they are here. There's more than just these two little straps that go across the back end of the glove or the gauntlet. There's way more going on here, and this is a simple lack of detail that I'm not very happy with. In fact, the figure is full of like little details that they kind of drop the ball on. There's more detail on the wings here in the film. There's like a silver section here. There's more gack going on here that they didn't include. Also, his shoulder brackets. If you look at the movie or any production still, you'll see that there's like a metal panel, these little lines that go across these brackets that they did not include. This little black shoulder pad is like sculpted. It has like a little nick in the top. They aren't as smooth as this. There's a lot more detail into them. For what they didn't get right on the shoulder area, I think they did a great job on the chest. I think his shirt with the pockets and all the little details of the straps and buckles look really great and are pretty screen accurate. I think they did a good job with the belt that's going around. And I like the back section here. His little wings slash rocket pack looks really good. I think the sculpting on this looks great, actually. And I think they did a great job on the pants. I think the paint on the camo is probably one of the best things about this figure. It's a really good use of paint. I think the detail on this figure as far as paint goes is great, even though the detail of the sculpt and screen accuracy might be lacking. But even his boots look cool. And I love the use of gold on these little shin brackets. The best thing about this figure is the detail on the pants and the detail on the chest, but one thing that's not good is the face. This looks nothing like Anthony Mackie. In fact, I've tried looking at this thing up close and at different angles to try to find it, and I just don't see the shape of his face in there at all. I can kind of maybe see it in the mouth, but it's just not working for me. It's an odd-shaped head. I don't see Anthony Mackie in there at all. And also, his facial hair is not even accurate. Like, the mustache is not even connecting to the goatee. That's not even what his facial hair looks like in the movie. And the hair is painted really simply. I'm really not happy with his head, I gotta say it. Here's a closer look at the details on the back of his wings, though. You can see that red paint. And it's also worth noting that the figure comes with this backdrop of like the helicarrier, and I'd say it's inspired by it, not actually from it, because I don't think the helicarrier has SHIELD logos all over their grating floor. But it is a fun little backdrop. It's simple enough. I dig it. I've had some issues with Diamond Select's Marvel Select and Universal Monsters action figures. These things are supposed to be geared towards collectors. You know, they're not as simple as some of the Mattel or Hasbro kid-friendly toys. They're supposed to be a little more high-end collectibles. And based on that, I find the detail in their sculpt and their paint sometimes to be severely lacking. Their Iron Man 2 and Iron Man 3 figures in particular are really, really weak. In fact, Iron Man 2 had some awful articulation, and their War Machine was not screen accurate. Some of their figures have no screen accuracy paint detail whatsoever. But they're also inconsistent because sometimes they make great action figures. I think the Wolverine action figure and the Avengers Hawkeye were great and very well done. So the thing with the Marvel Select line is you never really know what you're going to get. And this figure falls somewhere in between. I think the detail on like the quality of the sculpt of the wings, the sculpt and paint on his pants, and the sculpt on his chest are great. But there are some serious screen inaccuracies going on with this figure, and the head sculpt and the lack of grip hands for anything to actually grip are a problem for me. So it's decent, Not great, not bad, but still fun to play with a Falcon figure, considering that there is no 6-inch Falcon figure in the Hasbro line. This is like your only option, unless you don't want that tiny little 3 3/4 inch Hasbro figure. Thanks for watching.